Field in San Diego. You're watching the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital, as Team Sweden will take on Team Israel here this morning. Sweden coming off a 25th place finish in 2018, where the Team Israel finished up in the top 10 at 7th, as Israel in white, Sweden is in blue, and the teams are set to go here for the face-off. Appreciate everybody tuning in for the World Championships here. It's going to be a great week in San Diego, as America and Canada kicked it off last night from Snapdragon, and it was Team USA winning the opening game, as full competition gets going here today with all our teams. Sticks are down, ball is down, blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here from Rady Field, as Team Israel trying to claim the opening loose ball. And they'll do just that, as Kadish will make the change. No, he's going to stay out there, as it'll be Israel and Wiley Sherman on the first possession. If you're new to international field lacrosse, no shot clock here. So you'll see long offensive sets and good patience as Apelt. We'll move it to Jean-Luc Chetner, who spends his time in Canada, familiar with Jean-Luc. Watching him play lacrosse for quite some time. And he'll get a run from top side. Good hesitation as he swings it wide, cutter through the middle, covered off. And now the ball to X. It's Shane around the corner, and he scores on the first shot of the game. As Team Israel out to a good start here in the 1-0 lead. And we'll see what this matchup looks like here today, as Israel been kind of knocking on the door of that A pool for the last two World Championships, finishing just outside the top 6, as we'll get a look at the replay. Just a nice job from Kadish to turn the corner. And as a big hello to all our viewers and listeners out in Sweden and Israel. And I believe it's prime time back there, 7 and 8 p.m. respectively. So I'm sure lots of viewers from across the pond tuned in. And an early move on the faceoff will give Sweden possession, their first touch. Luke McCallion will hand off, and out will come the Swedish offense, led by Eric Källgren. And the late change, Luke McCallion, comes back on. And expect Sweden to try and play a bit of a possession game here. Shorten up the game, use the clock to their advantage. Shows you what I know is quick shot there from Kevin Powers, and no backup for Team Sweden. The ball will go back to Team Israel, as you have to have a man in behind the cage, and it's player closest to the ball when it crosses the end line will retain possession off a shot. There's Wiley Sherman. We'll bring it on in. There's Nate Solomon, and number 11 in white. Solomon, excellent career at Syracuse University for his 4 years. 124 points as an Orangeman. And ball in behind the cage to X. Shane. Little two-man game here. He's the goal scorer, trying to get around the corner again. Good defense. Deterring that was Walgard. And now an open look. Feet inside, and a bouncer will go, and a flag as well. As there's Solomon right on cue. As Team Israel gets out to the 2-0 lead. We will play 15-minute running quarters here. And I believe stop time in the final 30 seconds of each quarter, and stop time in the final 2 minutes of the fourth. as they've shortened up the quarter length from 20s. So a little less taxing on the players here throughout the week, who will play a lot of lacrosse here in San Diego. Mind you, a little cooler temperatures than we saw back in 2018 in Netanya, where it was up over 40 degrees in the dead of heat. It's a comfortable 25 as the high cloud cover just burning off here in San Diego, as it often does right around this time, seemingly every single day. There's another face-off win for Team Sweden. August Snyder, as the Swedes will work it around the outside here. Jonathan Quigley wears number 1 for the Swedes. And there's a turnover on Team Sweden. And Israel with some room to run. They got a man up the field here. That's Popek, right down the middle. One more, and here's the outside crank. And in it goes for Nate Solomon once again, his second of the game. There's good transition there from Team Israel as they open up a 3-0 lead here on Team Sweden. Solomon getting it done from the outside, or inside on his first goal, and now the outside on his second. As he puts his arsenal on display. Coming up next here from Rady Field, it'll be a 1 o'clock Pacific start for Puerto Rico and the Czech Republic. It should be a very entertaining game, and I think a pretty even matchup to go along with it. Good battle for the face-off after the Solomon goal here, as it squirts free, and it'll be Quigley to scoop it. And Powers will take it in behind the cooker, and Sweden will make the change and bring out the offense. 8:25 here to go in this opening quarter. 3-0 Israel, and here comes a flag against Team Israel. So a man-up situation now for Team Sweden as they look to get on the board. As they'll bring up the man-up unit. So Powers will play up top. McCallion. Griffin Gustafson out there as well. It's obviously first game of the tournament. Lots of names and numbers to learn here on opening day. And again, just getting there in time on the backup was August Snyder. Good hard check, low to high, and in it goes for Team Sweden. Griffin Gustafson out of Wesleyan University. Playing in his second men's world championships. Had a pretty good qualifier as well, did Gustafson, 14 points. Helping Team Sweden punch their ticket to the world championships. Well, good response here from Team Sweden on the man advantage. We'll get them on the board and back within 2 as the clock continues to run here in quarter 1. All the start times around San Diego, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m., all Pacific time, respectively. So you East Coasters and Europeans will have some late nights and early mornings, depending on where and when your team is playing. But all 107 games of the Men's World Field Lacrosse Championships right here on ESPN and TSN+. As what a showcase it was last night at Snapdragon Stadium. It's DJ Steve Aoki putting on a great halftime show, and the Canadians and Americans putting on a unreal display of lacrosse on the big stage. A slow set here for Team Israel as they'll slow things down. As the ball comes way out high here for Apel. Now Chetner, as he sizes up his man Quigley. Chetner with an inside run and a reaching shot there, and it goes for Jean-Luc. Team Israel responds right back and restore their 3-goal lead. Tell you what, beautiful view here from Rady Field in San Diego. From our broadcast location, perch here, you get a pretty good look at the entire San Diego State University campus. We'll get you some visuals as we move along throughout the day and week, I'm sure. There's a loose ball up for grabs off the faceoff here as it's kicked into the Swedish offensive zone. A nice job from Powers to scoop that one up and get out of dodge with possession. So trailing by 3 once again here for Team Sweden. Gustafsson, the goal scorer. Being watched by the big long pole there in Spolansky. I'm not sure that's the positive matchup that Team Sweden is looking for. Easy to pick out Spolansky with the lime green head on his long pole. As Ruben up top here for Barry. Down to the crease, a little bit of room here to step in, and tough passing angle there. It's knocked down and turned over, but a good hit. We'll jar it free again, and here's the chance. Are they going to count it? Whistle went before the ball goes in. And they'll say a loose ball push on the back. Wipe out the goal, but it'll stay with Team Sweden here. And might have been a situation where you could have played advantage there for Team Sweden. But they will retain possession. There's a good stuff by the Israeli goaltender. It is a good goaltending matchup here today between the two goalies. As you have Eric Schneider and John Hopkins University. And Anton Berg in the cage here today for Team Sweden. As we have a flag down now. There's a penalty call coming here to the Swedes. Just a 30-second technical here. That'll be one area that Sweden can kind of help themselves in this game, is trying to stay out of the penalty box. Because I think they'll be in pretty tough here against Israel straight up, and if you put yourself a man down, scoring chances will come here for Team Israel. Krevsky. Shane at the point. Krevsky again, a low to high. And Max Krevsky scores on the man advantage. And it's 5-1 Israel. Under 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. And there's, I think you can kind of look at it both ways here for Team Israel, whether you like to have a matchup like this early on in the tournament, get the sticks going, get the gloves going, get the good feels going, or you can look at it like the other way, where Team USA and Canada meet up right off the get-go, and you kind of stack yourself up against maybe what will be your stiffest competition and see how you stand. There's a face-off win here for Israel. And Wiley Sherman. There's Robert Shane, the University of Pennsylvania. A real good college experienced players here on Team Israel for some Bluebird programs as well. Ball's far side with Jakob Silberlich. So work it to X here and set up a one-on-one dodge against the short stick. Silberlich, good stop there. And trying to find that loose ball on top of his crease, and he will. Nice job there from the Swedish goaltender. Almost threw it away, and then a open field hit there will jar it free. And then return the favor. There's a monster hit there from Walgard. Will bring quarter one to a close. It was a good one for Team Israel, as they lead at 5-1 here from the 2023 World Men's Field Lacrosse Championships. We're back on ESPN and TSN Plus for quarter number 2 after this.
World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Get winning goals and make it big where you play lacrosse. Ogio, a leader in innovation and world-class travel gear, is a proud partner of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Elevate your game with cutting-edge designs, superior quality, and unmatched performance. Visit Ogio.com to experience the power of Ogio. Unleash your potential and gear up for greatness. Epic Lacrosse is proud to be the premier apparel sponsor of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Head to any of Epic's World Lacrosse merch tents today to get your official championship gear. Find amazing designs, including shirts and hoodies, available for all 30 competing nations. Profits are shared with each nation when you purchase their gear from Epic Lacrosse and take home a piece of history.
The 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship is sponsored by Rady's Children's Hospital, the largest children's hospital on the West Coast, ranked among the 10 best children's hospital in the nation. As we thank so much to Rady's Children's Hospital as a major sponsor and contributor here to the 2023 Men's World Field Lacrosse Championships. And we are on Rady Field here today from the campus of San Diego State University, with 15 minutes in the books between Team Israel and Team Sweden. And it's Team Israel with the 4-goal lead, 5-1 your score, as the lone Swedish goal coming with a man-up opportunity. As Nate Solomon with a couple there for Israel in that opening quarter. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in quarter two, excuse me. And it's Israel with the opening possession here in the second. It's Matthew Popik will go into the corner. And a run from the wing. Shane trying to power in and went for the dive. I think he might have caught some crease on the landing. And it'll be Sweden ball. As the sun out in full force now. And for these players coming through this tournament for the first time, they'll have to weather the experience of playing lacrosse every day in the elements and nutrition And taking care of your body will be paramount to get you through the week. Look out as Swedish goaltender not really realizing Solomon was on the attack, on the ride here. And now Sweden will get it across the center line. Ball far side with Niels Berry. He'll take attacks. Stops up in the left. And flag flies down as I believe there was a delayed penalty call coming for a slash. And as soon as Sweden failed to continue to advance the ball, the whistle will go. This will be a 1-minute personal. A chance for Sweden to get another here as they, like I said, scored on their only goal on the man advantage. Shalgren. It's Gustafsson. He'll step in. Nice little move. Looked like he passed up a shooting opportunity. And one to the short side ends up on the outside of the goal from Snyder. And here's where Team Sweden cannot be passive. They need to step up and attack the ball carrier here with the extra man on the field. But an easy clear here from Team Israel. As I may have a discrepancy on my roster with 33 and 16 Eric Schneider, who is actually listed down as a goalie. But I think he may be wearing 18 here. Drew Morris in goal, so I'm going to have to go with 33 Eric Schneider as the long pole. So maybe just a typo there. My apologies. Just want to make sure we're getting names and numbers right here for all the Team Israel fans. There's one thing I usually like to do for the World Championships is be interactive during the broadcast here, especially when I'm flying solo. So if you're out there watching on ESPN Plus or TSN Plus and you want to get in touch with yours truly, you can do so via Twitter at PXP, the number 4 sports. PXP for sports is where you can find me. And I'll check the notifications during the breaks and who knows, maybe respond to a question or two on the air. Would love to know where you're tuned in from and who you're cheering for here at the 2023 Men's World Field Lacrosse Championships. This is Silver Lake. Very patient offensive set here once again for Team Israel. And you have to be impressed with the way Team Israel has built this program. Just members were their first appearance since 2014, but 2 7th-place finishes. As look at that whirling dervish shot. Torrey took, but went wide, and here comes another penalty call. There's the flag down back near the 30-yard line here of Rady Field. I believe the penalty going to Shalgren here, as he'll have a seat in the box, and Israel will go to the man up. Go with a 1-3-2 look. Shane, there's the middle feed, and there's the shot and the goal. As Apel sticks it low. Cross, if a 1-minute personal, you score quickly on the man advantage. I think we're getting a look at a replay here. You'll see the team call timeout to preserve time on the penalty, so they can remain on the man up after scoring the goal as the clock continues to run. So timeout for Team Israel with the 6-1 lead here, 9:47 to go in this opening half. Don't forget, coming up here from Rady Field at 1 p.m., Puerto Rico and the Czech Republic. will play their opening game of the World Championships. And was taking in the game last night at Snapdragon Stadium. We kind of sat in the official section, I would have to guess it was. So we were just kind of wandering around and plunked ourselves down. And man, I tell you, I don't know how many officials are here working this tournament, but there was almost an entire section of referees. And funnily enough, they were almost kind of cheering for the officials down on the field when they felt like they kind of made a good call or the right call. They would encourage and clap and cheer for the referees making the right call, which honestly, I can tell you, I watched a lot of lacrosse in my life. I'd never seen that before. So a team in their own right here for all the officials at the championships. And one of the hardest jobs you can ever imagine, and all the training and hours they put in to get good at their craft cannot be understated. As we go back to center out of the timeout, Israel still on the man advantage with a 5-goal lead now. As Sweden pulls the ball free, knock it towards the restraining line. He can not cross that until there is clear possession, that black line you see on your screen. And that's a big face-off win there for the Swedes, while shorthanded, to get possession and a chance to kill off the remaining time. So it is the black line you'll see with the orange cone. That is the restraining line. That is, in fact, the box, as they will call it. So when the stall is on, they will have to keep it inside that area. As this is Shalgren. As Quigley will open himself up. And we'll swing a pass across the floor. Field, excuse me, as I can't get my box lingo out of my tongue here. As I spend my summers in Canada watching the indoor game for the most part. And it's been a little while since I've called some field lacrosse, so a little slip of the tongue there. My apologies. Kevin Powers from behind the rack. Strong lefty player. Tries to turn the corner, does, gets the shot off, and there's good backup that time from Snyder. As he'll have a go at the long pole now, and Kruder. Goal line extended. And tough pass across the crease. And I think a Swedish player stepped in that crease, and it'll be Team Israel ball. As they need a man back, and they got one. As Israel checks the numbers, you have to have at least 3, including the goaltender, so 4 behind the center line. And you got to keep 3 up in the offensive zone. And then 3 are free to roam wherever they want on the field. Doesn't matter, long pole, goalie. As long as you keep 3 on either side, you're good to go. The stall on here for Team Israel, so they'll have to keep it in that box now. As they look to create a scoring opportunity. Good open look down the crease. And that one finds the 5-hole. As after that one, we will take it to break here in the second quarter. 7:03 to go here from Rady Field between Sweden and Israel. 7-1 Israel when we return for more second quarter action here from the 2023 World Field Lacrosse Championships.
Immediate timeout.
Welcome back to Rady Field here in sunny San Diego, California for the 2023 World Men's Field Lacrosse Championships. Jake Elliott with you on ESPN and TSN Plus. Thanks for joining us as we are mid-second quarter here, 7:03 to go in it, and Team Israel with the 6-goal lead over Team Sweden as the face-off after the goal. As the ball comes free here for the long pole, but unable to scoop that one up, but does draw the call, does Mahler. And Israel will get another possession here with Wiley Sherman. Maybe transition here, but that disappears pretty quickly, and Israel will settle things down. And man, oh man, they drew the call there, did Solomon, as he kind of sold that one on Dixon Smith III. I think it'll be a slashing call as Sweden mentioned Team Israel making their debut in 2014. Team Sweden, this is their 6th appearance at the World Championships, as they made their first appearance back in 1998. And their best finish coming in 2002, a 9th place finish. Oh man, right off the crossbar there on the elevator shot. As bodies colliding and whistles blowing. And then a late hit comes in here. And double flags, triple, even the 4th one goes flying into the air. So I think we'll get multiple calls here. And we'll just kind of have to wait and see how it all shakes down. I think at the end of the day, it'll be an Israeli power play or man-up situation. Maybe just a minute each here for unsportsmanlike conduct. I believe it will be Israel ball here. As you got 4 out on defense here for Team Sweden right now. 2 in the box for each team. So I think 4-on-4 situation. So lots of open field to work with here on offense. And now they've just switched the possession call here to Team Sweden. So I think the final penalty call going to Team Israel, which will give possession to the other team. As tough pass across the field, handled well. As the goalie will be involved in the clear here. And a nice job to set up the 2-on-1 near midfield. No, yeah, Sweden a little confused on the man situation as you see the offside call right there. Only had 2 defenders and the goalie back. So good ride there from Team Israel to force the turnover. Jackson Apel will go for a run. And a pass into the middle for Chetner, and he's denied. A good stick save. As usual, sharp-shooting Chetner was unable to find the top portion of the goal. As Anton Berg makes one of his better stops of the game. And Sweden will try their luck on the clear again here. And they're good this time, yes, come across. And nice run for Eric Smith. But just couldn't quite complete the job. And now Team Israel will work their clear here through Drew Morris, who attends the University of Maryland. This is Kruder. And it's such an advantage for your lacrosse team when you have a goaltender that's confident playing out of his crease with the ball and is able to kind of kick-start that clear and be a threat. As we approach 3 minutes to go here in this opening half. Israel in control by 6 and with the ball. There's a nice little swing pass, but then the shot goes high and wide, but Israel there for backup. Series of one-on-one moves from behind the cage, and then the pass a little off the mark as it rolls out towards center. As you can't push a player on the back with the ball on the ground, and that's exactly what Sweden will do. As Israel will get possession back here. As the old hidden ball trick didn't quite work out there for Solomon. As Ori Bar David out for a shift. He's got it in his cross. As he lowers in the shoulder, double comes. Chetner on the shot goes just wide, and you can see a little disappointment on his body language as he thought he should have done him a little better with that one. And knowing Jean-Luc, he probably should have. As they try to attack the goal again. And wide open inside on a beautiful shovel shot there. But they're going to call him in the crease. As Rotatori, maybe the goal of the game, but wiped out on the crease call. So another chance here for Sweden to try and get their second of the game with 1.5 minutes to go in the opening half here. And what has just turned into I mean, get used to it. Just another gorgeous day here in San Diego. And excellent weather expected throughout the entire tournament here leading up to July 1st. Which is, of course, Canada Day. And you just wonder, will Team Canada give their country the best present of all? Final minute now. A little hesitation from X. And good feed down the middle. And scoring with about 45 seconds to go was Griffin Gustafson. As he was left unmarked right down the pipe and makes no mistake. Get a good look at the replay here. And you can kind of see after Gustafson scores just how much that goal meant to him and his team. Pretty emphatic celebration. Scoring a goal here at the World Championships. As we hit the 30-second mark to go, so stop time here. And a big possession up for grabs. And it'll belong to Israel as they will call timeout. And try and draw something up here. And this is one of those situations you like as a coach? You have yourself a lead and getting to halftime. You just gave up a goal, and now a chance. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with this final 23 seconds here from the 2023 Men's Championships right after this.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Experience real in a whole new way. From the all-new Rescue Junior, where learning about saving animals is fun, to the icy mission of the all-new Arctic Rescue, the longest and fastest straddle coaster on the West Coast, and spectacular new shows, concerts, parades, and fireworks. All in a world you need to rediscover. Get tickets as low as $64.99 during our 4th of July sale. SeaWorld San Diego. Real amazing.
All right, we are back live. Final 16 seconds. Here we go. As Israel will try and work for a final shot of the opening half here, but tipped off a Swedish stick or just thrown away. They're going to say Swedish ball here. With 6 seconds to go, look for the Gilman, just the Hail Mary down the field here. And that will not work out. 1.5, maybe a last second long bomber here from Israel. And it actually almost made it on goal. Well, we're well underway here on day number 2 now. And 7-2, Israel leads Team Sweden after the opening half of play here from Rady Field. 10-minute break on ESPN and TSN+, and we come back to the World Lacrosse 2023 Men's Field Lacrosse Championships in 10 minutes' time. Stick with us. Rady's Children's Hospital, presenting sponsor of the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship, is the largest children's hospital on the West Coast and ranked among the 10 best children's hospitals in the nation. We thank Rady Children's Hospital for their continued support here of the World Field Lacrosse Championships as we are at halftime, with Team Israel leading Team Sweden 7-2. It's Jake Elliott with you here on TSN and ESPN Plus. All 107 games will be broadcast here from the World Championships, as this is day number 2, as all teams getting into action, as we'll get a look at some highlights from that opening half, and in particular for Team Israel, as they jumped out to a quick lead. I got no highlights on my screen. Team Israel with the 5-goal lead over Team Sweden. Quick break here, and we're back to Rady Field and more highlights at halftime on TSN and ESPN Plus.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too. Always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Liftoff.
Welcome back to the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championships here, presented by Rady's Children's Hospital. We had a look at the opening half highlights from Team Israel. Let's have a look over at the Team Sweden side of things. Just 2 goals to speak of for Team Sweden, but still in this lacrosse game here against a pretty highly ranked Team Israel team. Just they can capitalize on a couple of more opportunities. They'll put themselves right in striking distance here. As this day 2 and the opening game of the championships here for both these teams. We're just about set for half number 2 here from Rady Field. And we'll be back with the second half face-off on TSN and ESPN Plus here from the 2023 World Men's Field Lacrosse Championships, presented by Rady's Children's Hospital, just after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Rady Field here in beautiful San Diego, California, on the campus of San Diego State, home of the Aztecs here in San Diego. It's just fantastic facilities all around the campus. As we kick off day 2 competition, as Team USA beat Team Canada to start the competition last night at Snapdragon Stadium in the opening game of the round robin competition in Pool A. As here from Rady Field, it's Team Sweden against Team Israel, and it's Israel with the 5-goal lead as we get set for second half action. If you're joining us late here on TSN and ESPN Plus, Israel in white, Sweden in blue. My name is Jake Elliott, and if you want to reach me during the broadcast, you can do so via Twitter at PXP4Sports, as I'd love to hear from you. We will start the second half even manpower, as we're set to go. Ball is down, sticks are down. Blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in the second half. Nate Solomon with a couple of goals for Team Israel in that opening half, leading the way. Jean-Luc Chetner on the board. And I believe a new goaltender into the game here for Team Israel. As he makes a good long pass up the field on the mark. There's Eric Schneider wearing 16, so I think there is a little jersey discrepancy. As it is Schneider in the goal wearing 16 for Israel now. As the wind starts to pick up here a little bit on Rady Field. Sure if my microphone's picking that up or not, but just another element for these players to deal with. Nice switch of the hands and then a good stop. Right off the chest protector there for Anton Berg. And a flag flies early here in the third quarter. Man-up situation. And they go with that 1-3-2 look here to Israel. They start the rotation now. Solomon. Shane. Pass to the crease, and oh, look at that shot. The old whirling dervish right there from Matt Balter. No looker with his back to the goal mouth. Finds the low portion of the net. Look at that one, and well worth a second look on that net advantage goal. That's something Israel's been able to do so far here today, is capitalize on their man-up opportunities. And Sweden will try and have to find a way to be a little more disciplined. There's an early move on the faceoff. Procedure, the call on Sweden. So McCallion moving a little early before the whistle. Solomon will move it off. And Joseph Kraft out of Tufts University. Jumbos. This is Cody Swing. He's listed down as a D-man. Robert Shane now. He's going to leave the stall call on now for Israel. Not quite. As he came outside the box, as Israel will make a change. Maybe a chance coming here. Flip off to Silverleg, and his pass was deflected. Israel will keep the possession going here. One-handed fake pass there from Solomon. Got the Swedish defender to bite pretty hard. Shane in the left, now to the right. Good spin move behind the cage. Pretty good defense. As Rotatori can get past his man in the slot. Solomon falling down. Shot goes wide. And Israel will hang on to possession here with Kraft. And it looks like the majority of the offense will run through 11 in white here, and Nate Solomon. Depth at playing with both hands on that stick. Another good stop by Anton Berg. There's a battle for a loose ball just out the side the Swedish crease, and a couple of big boys on that Swedish defense clearing bodies. And Team Sweden will get position. Over 5 minutes gone here in the third. Pretty good contingent of fans for both teams in support here at Rady Field. And the ride on here for Israel, but Sweden able to break that here with Niels Berry. In will come, pass to the crease, and a shot off the outside of the post there for Powers. And came close to the third Team Sweden goal. And I think there is a way for Team Sweden to generate offense, is in transition, as it may be hard to kind of break down this Israel defense on settled 6-on-6 sets, but if you can kind of create some opportunities in transition, that may be the path to success in scoring goals. Just the one goal here in the third quarter so far. Here comes the drive down the alley. And a good stick check there to knock that one loose. As Thompson stripped his man. And that would have got, I think, maybe a timeout here for Team Sweden, as they saw that they might be in a little trouble on the clear. So they will take a timeout. And we will as well. 7:59 here to go in the third quarter. Israel over Team Sweden by 6 right now, 8-2. We're back to the World Championships from San Diego right after this.
With all three venues right off the San Diego MTS Green Line Trolley, fans can easily ride MTS to all three venues to catch all the action. Rady Children's Hospital, San Diego is the largest children's hospital on the West Coast and consistently ranked among the very best pediatric healthcare systems in the United States. Rady Children's is proud to be the presenting partner for this year's men's championship. Make sure you have your World Lacrosse playoff tickets from June 27th to July 1st. You won't want to miss the semifinal games on June 29th and, of course, Finals Day on Saturday, July 1st at Snapdragon Stadium. Head to worldlax2023.com for single-day passes. Continue to support the lacrosse community of San Diego with the San Diego Seals. Cheer on your local professional lacrosse team at the Chonga Arena San Diego for the 2023-24 season beginning in December. Visit the information booth on the concourse or head to sealsbox.com for season tickets. And follow on social media at Sealsbox.
Rady Children's Hospital, presenting sponsor of the 2023 World Men's Lacrosse Championship. It's the largest children's hospital on the West Coast and ranked among the 10 best children's hospitals in the nation. Welcome back on ESPN and ESPN Plus. This is Team Sweden versus Team Israel here on day 2. And Team Israel with the 6-goal lead with just under 8 minutes to go here in this third quarter for the opening game for these two nations. Hope everybody's enjoying the broadcast so far as much as I am bringing it to you here from San Diego. And we're just getting started for what will be a action-packed week from San Diego leading up to July 1st. Sweden on the attack. As that ball skips through the Israel defense, but Sweden able to hang on to possession. Goal line extended and in behind the cage now. Good ball movement here from Sweden. As the play almost breaks down here. And then they just will keep it inside the boundary. That's good hustle from Gustafsson. And they'll restart things here through Barry. Up top, switch hands, hit the post. And a low drive. And from Powers. Again, no matter where that ball goes out across the boundary, the first player closest to it when it crosses the line will be the team awarded possession. As Powers looks to set up his man for a run to the goal. Get underneath as they'll take it behind the rack. And then the pass off the stick of Snyder, who recovers. As it comes back out to Gustafsson, directing traffic. And now Barry shoots, and that one well over the target. And McCallion was back there. As he'll lean in on his man, he's got a short stick matchup. McCallion on the spin. And are they going to count it? No, they wave it off in the crease again. I believe that's the second goal taken back on a crease violation on Team Sweden. Solomon and company will slow things down here and expect Israel to work possessions here with a 6-goal lead. And with a long week ahead here, you want to conserve your energy where and when you can. As Jean-Luc Chetner comes on for a shift. He'll tuck away in the right hand. Quigley watching him. Swing to the near side for Apel. He'll dart to his left. Look into the slot. Check on the back with possession on Solomon. Nice job there from number 11, Anton Johansson. And now Powers. A little show pony kick. Powers bounce that one wide. Backup is there for Snyder. As the wind really starting to pick up here on Rady Field now. Good spin move. They want to pull this ball out here with Shalgren. Gustafsson. So reverse direction on the ball movement here. Snyder. Long pole matchup, and he'll move that ball. There's nothing wrong with this here from Team Sweden. Even even if, everybody's getting a touch, they work that ball around, get everybody a little more confident with the ball. And maybe lull that defense to sleep a little bit here for Israel with long possessions. And sometimes that's how you can find open looks. As Gustafson will take it from X on the end line. Double team comes. Man open here in the slot. Well, Snyder didn't get the feed. And is that one going to count? Again, a crease call here on Team Sweden. As whistle's blowing, I think the officials want to confer on whether this one should count or not. Looked like the player leapt up into the air outside the crease, but landed in it. But the question was the ball in before the player landing in the crease? Sweden thinks it's a goal. Two referees talking behind the Israel goal, deciding, and they wipe it out on a crease violation once again. So tough break there for Team Sweden. It remains 8-2. There's Joseph Kraft. So finding Sheen and behind the goal. Silverlick comes on. Easy to pick him up with the flow out of the back of the bucket. Balter. Tory to Silverlick. And O'Shane behind the X's. They'll work that two-man game again, looking for the switch off. Nice job from the long pole to stay right with him. It's wall guard. Under 2 minutes to go. Silverlick from top side. Good defensive set here from Team Sweden. Not allowed any driving lanes as of yet. The dodge from X. Cross crease feed and falling down and getting it to go was Shane. And are they going to wipe that off in the crease? Will count. Thought I heard a late whistle, but it will be a goal. And it'll be 9-2 Team Israel now. As we approach the final minute of play here in quarter three, just getting started on day two. As Puerto Rico and the Czech Republic will come up here from Brady Field at 1 p.m. And more games to come at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock respectively. As we go back to the center X. And another face-off battle ensues. Quigley, one area that Sweden's done quite well in here today is the face-off matchup. Quigley studying economics for his academics. There's a good check there. And buried and knock it loose. As the goaltender goes for a run out of his crease to try and play the loose ball with the quarter time running down. And maybe a late flag at the end of the quarter as well. We'll get it sorted for you when we return here to the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Brady Field in San Diego on ESPN and ESPN Plus. We're back after this.
using hashtag LAX28.
Proud of you guys.
Took us 3 quarters. SeaWorld San Diego. Experience real in a whole new way. From all-new Rescue Junior, where learning about saving animals is fun, to the icy mission of the all-new Arctic Rescue. The largest and fastest travel coaster on the West Coast, and a spectacular new pirate stunt show with the water acrobats, along with summer concerts, parades, and fireworks, all in a world you need to rediscover. SeaWorld San Diego, real amazing.
Every 7 coaches made by 10, right? Awesome. I love it. Fourth quarter period. That should get started, baby. That's good middle school ball is what that is. Yeah. I brought my
.45 minutes down and 15 minutes here to go from Rady Field in San Diego for the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship. Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse. We're underway here in the fourth quarter with the Blues from Israel up 9-2 over Team Sweden here. And they'll have the opening possession of this fourth and final quarter. As the facility continues to fill up here. More and more teams and fans showing up as the minutes tick along. Don't forget your sunscreen if you're coming. And it is gorgeous out here in San Diego today. Here's the drive. Pass was low. It's on the field. And picked back up. And Israel will maintain possession here through Jean-Luc Chetner. Solomon. Shane. It looks like a new goalie into the cage here for Team Sweden. As Robin Johansson will play here in the fourth. And looks like he'll be tested early and makes his first stop. I was actually expecting Johansson to start this game. As his shot goes wide, up into the air, and a chance for Quigley. There's a long pass up the field. And is picked off there by Israel. And Sweden will give possession right back. Chetner with a quick move to the middle. Sweden still getting sorted defensively. Israel making a late change. As Apelt will wait for that to happen. And now the drive. It's Krevsky. Good size on Krevsky. It's a Shane who's had a standout game for Team Israel today. Chetner. Torrey. From behind the goal, Solomon. He spent most of his time above the goal line. But it is dangerous from X's Chetner. There's the pass, and it was low. It looks like Sweden will get to this one first. And a nice play over the top. But then a bump along the sideline by Shane will knock that one out of bounds off a Swedish stick. And the the ball will go back to the team in white. Or will it? Well, you're going to say off Team Israel there. As my broadcast view a little obstructed from that area. So looking for goal number 3 here for Team Sweden in their blues today. And I believe it's actually a man-up situation here, and that's why possession awarded to Team Sweden for the hit on the boundary. Powers. And Sweden got to go quickly here, down 7. And already 4 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. Sidearm shot that hit a body. And it'll roll out to center. Will it stay in play? It will. But Israel offside. And Sherman couldn't hold the line. And now what do we got? They do stop the clock here with this man-up situation on the official timeout. And I believe they're actually going to award timeout to Team Israel before Sherman went offside, and they might give the ball back here to Team Israel after this timeout, which might be a good opportunity for us to take a timeout here in the fourth quarter. Okay, we are going to stay here with this timeout for Team Israel with this 7-goal lead. Don't forget, this is just day 2, and we're here all week long in San Diego for the World Championship. And coming up next year from Rady Field, it's Puerto Rico and Czech Republic. As all fields around the campus here of San Diego State start to become more and more active. Lots of food and vendors to check out while you're here. And strongly suggest you do that. Merchandise from every team. And all 107 games of the World Championship will be broadcast right here on ESPN and ESPN+. As we have 10:37 to go in this opener. As last night from Snapdragon, if you happen to miss that one, Team USA gets off on the right foot as they are 1-0 as they hand Team Canada their first loss of the tournament. 7-4, I believe, the final in that one. In a game that, you know, I was there in attendance, and I kind of felt like both teams were maybe holding the playbook pretty close to the chest on both sides of the ball there. I won't give away any company secrets too early in the tournament. As Krefsky, and they do in fact give Team Israel the ball here out of the timeout. There's a man still in the penalty box here for Team Israel. And penalty now over. So the 7-goal lead remains here for Team Israel with 10 minutes to play in this fourth and final quarter. Jean-Luc Chetner. High man with the ball here, but a confident stick handler. He'll run down the right alley. He'll get a step on his man, and oh, he hit the crossbar on the finish. And not looking particularly great on the way back to the Israel bench. I don't know if he might have tweaked something there on that drive for Chetner. And that would be disappointing for him, but definitely laboring a little bit back to the Israel bench. And so early in the tournament, that'll be a big loss for them if Shetner is dinged up. Solomon along the end line. Such a confident ball carrier, and a series of fakes as he gets it to go. Refs will talk about it again. This time they'll wipe that goal out on the crease call on Solomon. So another possession here for Team Sweden. And a free clear out of their own zone. Gustafson right near the sideline. Spalansky teed up on him. Here comes the double. Somebody's open. Snyder. And now Rubin. There's McCallion. He'll take it in behind the goal. And, you know, for Team Sweden, they may not come all the way back in this game. And I think that's, you know, part of the reason they're not trying to rush possessions here. There's a chance and a goal. How about it? From Kevin Powers with a no-looker. Have a look at this replay as we will go to break here in the fourth quarter. Kevin Powers gets the third goal for Team Sweden. They're within 6 with 7:47 to go. Back to the World Championship here in San Diego on ESPN after this.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. At 87 years old, we still see the world with the wonder of new eyes, helping you discover untapped possibilities and relentlessly working with you to make them real. Old school grit, new world ideas. Morgan Stanley.
Kids grow up, and it goes by fast. At Rady Children's, we're growing up too, always looking for answers and new and better ways to care for your kids.
That's true.
Researching, innovating, breaking ground. As they soar to new heights,
Ignition.
we're ready for takeoff too.
Lift off.
Welcome back to the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital. Among the 10 best children's hospitals in the nation, right here on the campus of San Diego State University, and this is Rady Field. And this is Team Israel against Team Sweden with 7:47 here to go in the fourth quarter, and Israel up by 6. But Kevin Powers maybe with the goal of the game so far. But it's Israel with the face-off win. So a chance to work a possession and some clock here. There's the long pole and Cody Swink. Solomon, who's played a lot here for Team Israel today. Essentially the quarterback of this Team Israel offense. kind of works through number 11. Israel will sneak in a change as Kraft will move ahead. And you'll see players run back to the center line. You wonder why they might not be running back towards the bench. It's to save a little time on the line change. So we're able to substitute a man closer to the box as soon as the man steps back across center. Sheen inside. Oh, sidearm shot there. And a couple of good stops. And then a flag goes flying, and look out. A late hit. And another flag in 2 comes in late, as I think Eric Smith might have taken a liberty or two after that one. But how about it? Maybe cue up a couple of stops from the Swedish goaltender, Robin Johansson, on that last offensive possession there for Israel. As not 1 but 2 for Johansson, who did not play in the opening half. I think just came in for the 4th quarter here for Team Sweden. And he's looked sharp since entering the game. A game now that has just 6:21 left to go in it, and 2 Swedish defenders in the penalty box here for Team Sweden, and both of them long poles as well. As you're allowed to have up to 4 long poles on the field at any time. And sometimes you will see when a long pole does take a penalty call, he will hand off his long pole to a midi to keep that long stick advantage. And taking a long time, they bring another one back out onto the field here. So 6-on-5 for Israel. And now just 1 man in the penalty box here for Sweden. Still making changes here as everybody's looking around for the ball. The referee will go to the end line to grab one. And Sullivan will start things with possession top right. Shane in the left-handed cradle. Good juke to the middle of the field. Switches hands into the right. He'll kick it low, look across the crease, and the pass intended for Kraft will skip away from him and out. And they're going to call that a shot for Team Israel, but he might get overruled here because I've got to believe that was an intended pass, not a shot. And they will switch the call, which I think is the correct one. A nice piece of officiating there to collaborate and get the call right. That's what you like to see. Good feet up. Israel riding hard here. Powers gets around 1, gets around a 2nd, and protects against the 3rd. Nice job from Powers to get the clear, then draws the flag as well. As it lays back at center here, and maybe Israel offside. That doesn't seem to be the case. So we'll have to check the penalty after the possession here, as Sweden will have to continue to advance the ball on the flag down. Procedure is the call. So just a 30-second technical. And I believe it was for an offside, and usually when you see a team go offside, there's really no reason to go back on onside once the call is made. You might as well continue to play offside because you're not going to get called on it per staying. A chance into the slot. And that one a bit of a drop there from Shalgren. As we're under 5 to play now in the 4th. This opening game of day 2. As the action will only continue to heat up and intensify as the week moves along here at the World Championship. Sherman. University of Massachusetts Amherst. All the way behind the goal, and if you're Israel right now, that's where you want it. Well, actually, that's where you want it. It's into the back of the net for Wiley Sherman, who likes that one as he gives it a big old fist pump after finding the top corner. And Team Israel hits double digits as you get a look at this one here from Wiley Sherman. Beautiful shot there. And 10-3 now. There's the clock ticking towards the 3-minute mark. Remember, stop time in the final 2 minutes. And just while I got a moment here and this scoreline kind of not in doubt, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to all the good folks who have helped get this tournament off the ground and running smoothly. It takes a cast of thousands, trust me here, and this is not just talking about the production side of things, but all the volunteers and scorekeepers and trainers, and man, oh man, there is so many people that you need to organize to help run a tournament like this. And I've been to a few of these things over the years, and this is next level here in San Diego, I can tell you that. And just the beginning, obviously, but things off to a great start here on day 2. And if you can't be here in person, not to fret. All 107 games available for you here on ESPN and ESPN Plus. And just remember, Pacific time starts 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock for your start times throughout each day. As Silver look. And another good stop there by the Swedish goaltender. He's played very well as Robin Johansson since coming into the game. You kind of wonder where this Team Sweden team might be. Oh, how did that one not get in? An empty net. Now flag comes in. Just missing on the shot with the goaltender turned the wrong direction. Sure if it hit his stick or not, but glorious opportunity there goes by the wayside. But it will be a Sweden penalty as we are into the final minute and 25 now. And with the games going from 20-minute quarters to 15s now, there's a chance down on the crease, goes over top of the net and finish. Finishing off his check, and then a throwaway there for Solomon, who is a little disappointed with himself on that turnover. And his final minute here. And with the introduction of 15-minute quarters now, we'll certainly keep things on schedule here in San Diego in 2023, and games will finish up tidily under 2 hours and give the next set of opponents ample time to get their warm-ups in. And a lot of different playing surfaces in play here for the World Championships. Drive into traffic and tripped up. Flag one more here in the fourth quarter. This one coming with 19 seconds to go on the clock. And Spolansky pleading his case, but will need to vacate the playing surface. And one more opportunity here for Team Sweden to try and get on the board in their fourth goal with a man advantage here in the final 20 seconds. And they're making a late change as well, so it's actually a 6-on-4, but there's a stop by Schneider. And he'll just chuck this one down the field. And that should just about do it here for Team Israel. As maybe do they want one more before the final horn? It will not transpire. As Team Israel off to a good start here in 2023 for the 7th place finishers in 2018. As they take out Team Sweden in their opener by 7, the final score 10-3. I'll wrap up our coverage here for the morning game on day number 2. Appreciate everybody tuned in to the 2023 World Lacrosse Men's Championship presented by Rady Children's Hospital here from San Diego State Campus in San Diego, California. It's just the beginning. More action to come. My next game up, Puerto Rico, Czech Republic, 1 o'clock Pacific time here from Rady Field. Appreciate everybody tuned in here today, and we'll talk to you in a couple hours from now for our entire production crew here at ESPN. I've been Jake Elliott, and for the fastest game on 2 feet, and for the creator, we'll talk to you at 1 o'clock for Puerto Rico and the Czech Republic.